Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, we are talking Celestial Hypergenes, we're talking Stellar Crystals, Guild Coins, how many we can acquire. I'm going to look at the exact math from my personal account so we can work out how long it's taking me roughly to get 8 copies of Celestial Hypergene, which is only Mythic. Plus, I'm going to look at the math for spenders as well. And basically, the reason I am going through all of this stuff is because there's been a lot of comments that I've seen on my previous video from the TALENE video when I was excited because I have been saving everything, but a lot of people are really upset because we finally get a hype character, which is TALENE, but no one can get it because we've got horrible income of Stellar Crystals and basically just acquisition of Celestial Hypergenes. Now, I will give you guys my personal thoughts at the end, but before we get into that, I want to just do the pure math based on my account. So once again, this could fluctuate depending on account, but my account is like in a perfect position to just calculate everything out so I can show you guys the actual income that I've had on this account, keeping in mind I've been top 100 arena buying extra ones there, and my guild has been very high ranked. So I'm going to go through the math, show you guys how many I've got, and then we'll talk about the issues with Stellar Crystals and income and some thoughts that I have. So let's get into it first of all, because once again, we have now had it confirmed from this that yes, it is TALENE coming. Now, another thing that we have is, I double checked when Freyasto came out. I checked when I made my video and when this was posted, which was the 6th of June. It is now, for my time, the 30th of June. So provided they release TALENE within the next week, that means it's been a month or less than a month since we had Freyasto. So we've got to keep that in mind when we talk about frequency of Celestial Hypergenes. Now they did say, I think they said they were looking to do 2 to 3 per patch. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like this is a very quick succession. And if you're having a quick succession, I think you really need to try and compensate that, because at the end of the day, and I know there are players out there that see everyone's complaints and be like, come on guys, it's just a casual game, just play casually, don't worry. But at the end of the day, if it is impacting the larger audience of the game and the player base, well, that's when we do need to have a look at it and address it. So that's what I'm going to do today. I am going to go into a spreadsheet over here and look at the math behind it to show you guys exactly on my account where I'm at as a free-to-play player. But we will, once again, also go down to the bottom there, look at the spenders, and take a look at the cost of getting these characters. And once again, I'll give you guys my opinions at the end, but I'm just going to look at the facts for the start of this. So if we go over here into my Emporium, now I have been, first of all, if we go back over to this sheet, you can see I've put in what I've already spent. So in my Emporium, I spent my first 30,000 guild coins to get a copy of Rainier. I think that's a fantastic decision for everyone because he's really good in PvP, free to play everywhere, just essentially. Not everywhere, PvP mainly, bit of campaign as well as 1 copy. But that is that. I also spent 40 Stellar Crystals to go to Pity to get myself a Freyasto for testing, because content, you guys know how it is. So that is what I have so far spent. Now, if we duck back over here, we look at my current coins. My current guild coins are 140442. So I'll enter that in 140442. We'll just duck back over quickly so you guys can see that. And go over here, and now you can see I've done the 140442. Now, what I've done with this is I've just basically put the formula in, which is B3, which is this one here, divided by 30,000, which is how many it costs to get a Celestial Hypergene. So effectively, that many guild coins mathematically gives me 4.6814 Celestial Hypergenes. I know you're not actually getting them, but when we look at averaging things out over the long term, I think this is just the best way to represent it. So then if we go back over into the game and we check out where I am at with the Stellar Crystals. Currently I have 52. So once again, I'll enter that over here. We enter the 52 in. Let's jump plain screen DJ at the moment. But there you go. There's my 52 saved. That gives me 1.3. Now I am calculating this off of hitting Pity. Now you could calculate it off of like what the quote unquote average. I guess the average is maybe around 30 pulls. I'm counting it off Pity because when I'm saving for something or doing anything, I consider Pity. Plus this game, I have been more shafted than any other game when we look at the rate up banner, standard banner. My epic banner has been epic, to be fair. But every other banner, I have never been this shafted in a game. So that is why I'm calculating it at Pity. We could adjust this to be 30 if we wanted to be kinder. So say on average, you actually get it every 30, and that would bring the numbers up. But you know, for argument's sake, I am going to leave it at 40 because I want to look at, like, you know, the more realistic what's happening for me lately scenario. So we could modify that and look at the differences. But basically, if we take a look at that now, that is all the guild coins on my account and how many cell hypos they've given, all of the stellar crystals on my account and how much they've given, both spent and saved. So as you can see, between everything that I have saved, on my account's total life, I have had the possibility to get 7.9814, which is pretty much that it puts me up to that 8 range. Now, obviously, I do need to get these up to 150,000 to actually get those 5 copies. But once again, we're looking at this on a mathematical basis. So when you spread it out over the course of a year, that is what you're looking at. So let's now jump back into the game to find out how long I've been playing. So if we jump back over here and we go to events, you can see the all hero login. I am on my 88th day of login. So if you want to round that to 3 months, you pretty much can. So essentially it has taken me 3 months in the game to generate basically what we would call 8 copies of a Celestial Hypergene. Which is a one mythic plus Celestial Hypergene in 3 months. Now, the other thing that you got to consider in my math here is the fact that I have been in, and I don't know exactly how many weeks, but every week that I've been in Champion, I have been buying these stellar crystals. I would say I've probably had maybe 25 or so from there. So, like, I honestly think it's been more, but we'll be conservative and say 25 because I think it's been at least 5 weeks that I've had that. So that would actually drag us back down closer towards that 70 range. So keep that in mind as well. Wait, no, I spent 40, so that would actually be 5. Yes, no, that's... Dude, math hard. Yes, that is it. But as you can see, like, that's kind of where we're looking at. But obviously, I have spent 40. So we will plug that in and we'll leave that there. But just keep in mind, the two considerations is also I have been in a guild. I just realized I was on the wrong screen. So back over here into my guild, I wanted to show you guys, like, my guild, we are top 5 currently, which is where you want to be for rewards here. But my guild has been performing really well. So basically that's just to say I have had an inflation of currency that has come into my account through both being in Champion Arena and being in a guild. Once again, I am free to play and I am able to do that. Some spenders are not able to do that. So that is why I want to bring that. So my numbers are, once again, I am considering this at pity on all these things, but I am also inflating my numbers. So then it comes down to, what do we think? Now, I think 3 months for a Mythic Plus is a bit much. If we're gonna be getting if we're gonna be getting like monthly Celestial Hypergenes, like the gap between Freyesto and TALENE, if that is 1 month, and it takes 3 months to save, and once again, this is considering Mythic Plus. When we look over here at this math, this is for 8 copies. This is for 8 copies, which is Mythic Plus. We're not looking at Supreme Plus. This is just purely Mythic Plus viability. So that is what I want you guys to take into account when you are looking at this. This is not looking at Supreme Plus. So I think the balance is a little bit off. But the next thing I want to look at quickly while we are here is the spenders accounts. Now, if I remember to, I will pop it on the screen. I'll take a screenshot of it. But essentially in the trolley, when you're a spender and you spend enough, you unlock the unlimited bundles, which are like the ones that you can repeatedly purchase as much as you want. Now, those are 3,000 dragon crystals for 20 Stargazers, and I think it's like 5,000 diamonds, but it's only 20 Stargazers. Now, 3,000 is $160 Australian, which I'm pretty sure that is the $100 US pack. So essentially, if we go back to the spreadsheet, what that means is you're getting 20 stellar crystals for $100. Okay. Now, there are other pop-up packs and stuff like that, but I think from the spenders that I've spoken to, most of them are pretty tapped on these stellar crystals because of that fact that, you know, we've just had Freyesto, plus you're at the launch of the game. We've also got the 4 other heroes that people have been building up if they've been buying the high value packs. So now it puts a lot of spenders into that unlimited pack, which is horrible value range. And that puts it at $1,600 for a Mythic Plus copy of a character. Now, once again, that is basing it off of hitting pity every time. Now, if you wanted to say you're getting it on average, you're getting it every 30 pulls, then you're looking at $1,200. If you want to say on average you're getting it every 20 pulls, then you're getting it every $800. But you know, you're looking at anywhere from $800 to $1,600 for a Mythic Plus. Once again, that is not going into Supreme Plus. If anyone dares go beyond that, well, you do you. But that is just looking at the basic Mythic Plus copy. So that is what we're looking at. And so when we go back over into the game, this is why I wanted to just show you guys the math. So I had some sort of basis, because like I know everyone's complaining that, we don't even have enough summons to get anything done or anything like that. In 3 months, once again, my account was inflated, but I could have a Mythic Plus Rainier right now. I could have my Mythic Plus Rainier based on pities. Once again, I was in Champion. I did have a good guild, so I am a bit inflated. But I could have that. But once again, when you have not had a hype character in the game for such a long time, and then you finally get one, and that character, and everyone's been saving their diamonds and everything, and that character is just not obtainable by anyone because everyone's going for Rainier first up anyway, it's just that extra kick in the balls that really does not feel good for a lot of players. So what I would love to see, I would love to see when TALENE comes, because like I feel like we're at the stage of the game. They just got to bring the excitement back for players. I feel like we just give everyone a free copy of TALENE. That's not going to break the bank. It's going to be exciting for everyone. If TALENE is anything like she was in AFK Arena, then hopefully she is decent at one copy and people can get excited about that and have some use. Now, another thing I would love to see them do, in AFK Arena, I know I talk about AFK Arena a lot, but it's like the closest thing correlated. I mean, it's the same characters, it's the same style of game, Like, it's the safest thing for me to compare it to. Like, when we now have Awakened Heroes, which are the next power above Celestial Hypergenes, but every time we get a new Awakened Hero, we get about 80 free pulls on the Awakened Hero banner, which is kind of like the Stargazer, but I call it Time Gazer. I can't remember what it's actually called. I just call it Time Gazer. But we get around 80 free pulls. We get an event where you get 50 free pulls, and then you get discounted pulls, which basically means you get 60 pulls for the 50 free ones that they give you. Then between the other events, between a Voyage of Wonders and another just storyboard event, you get another 20 pulls. So most of those characters, you're getting 80 pulls for them. Now the pity is somewhere around 60 on those ones, but I mean, I would love to see something like that in this. Like, if you give us a new Celestial Hypergene, give us a bunch of free pulls, it makes people excited to log into the game. And I think that's what we are lacking at the moment, is excitement to log into the game. Because not just on that, but like every aspect of the game, especially when I compare it to AFK Arena, just feels a lot less rewarding. AFK Arena, when you get the resets, like when you can finally push some of your faction towers, it feels so good because you're getting Stargazer tickets, you're getting Time Gazer tickets, you're getting really valuable resources. In these towers, I don't even really care about them because it's like the resources that you get, like, yeah, they're all right, but they're more like the nitty-gritty necessity resources that you have to get, but they're not exciting. We need some excitement in the game. So I think with TALENE is a super exciting character. She is a mega hype character. She's the first hype character we've had drop into the game, and people have been saving for a hype character, and now we get one and you can't do it. I really hope that they allow us to stargaze with diamonds. Give people the option. Now, should you stargaze with diamonds is a completely another question. It's probably not the optimal thing to do, even if you could say Stargaze, we'll base it off AFK Arena, like 5,000 diamonds for a 10 pull on the Stargaze. Because the Stargaze is so horrible on everything else it drops, like especially like stargazing with diamonds means you're getting no A-level heroes, you get nothing. So honestly, stargazing with diamonds would probably be a bad idea for a lot of people. I'd have to like calculate it properly, but give people the option. So if people have fun by going for a hype new character because they've saved up all their diamonds, and maybe it's a whale who's already built everything and now they've got this excess flow of diamonds, but now they feel like they've got to spend $100 for 20 pulls on the Stargazer. Like, let people have that option would be my plea. I think stargazing for diamonds should definitely be a thing. Give us a free copy of TALENE, build the hype, give some free summons along the way, because that's what I'm finding with the game. And once again, like, I mean, I can play an idle game and I can just play casually, log in, log off, not stress, not too much. But when I see my comments just completely flooded by just disappointment in the fact that, oh, great, we got another Celestial Hypergene. Oh, great, it's a really hype character, but I can't go for them. Yes, you could say to those people, just spend. But at the same time, I do think that you've got to have a balance between people being able to have fun and people just having to spend. In these games, you need to have that base of like free to play and low spending players who really enjoy the game and build the community around the game so that the whales have something to sit on top of. Because if there's nothing for the whales to sit on top of, then they're just standing on a little like skew, like corkscrew type thing, and then they're just like straight down. They fall off. You need to build that pyramid, and I think you just need to holistically include everyone. And like I said, TALENE is a hype character, but I feel like we need to make the event of TALENE coming into the game a hype event. Just watching that back in editing, I wanted to throw this piece in there. Yes, whales still, for spending, still you need to get an advantage. I agree, that's the formula of these games. And I'm not saying all free-to-play should get everything for free, but the rate of 3 months for one Mythic Plus feels a bit slow if we're going to be getting 2 to 3 every, 3 to 4 months. So that's why I think give people a copy, give people some excitement, give us a reason to get in, but still provide that advantage for the spenders, which for them, if everyone's getting more general free stuff that's exciting, one, it's fun for spenders even to log in and get free stuff. It cheapens the amount that they have to spend to get boosted, and it allows them to get the boost like easier for themselves. And so instead of free to play who maybe get every, I think, second Celestial Hypergean to Mythic Plus free to play, I don't think that's too much of an expectation. I don't know what it should be. You guys let me know what you think. But if you can get that, then the spenders are getting each one of them to Supreme Plus. And that is a massive distinct advantage for spenders while still letting free to play enjoy the event of new characters. So I just wanted to just recap that point, because I'm not trying to say give everything to everyone for free, don't make money game. No. I'm balanced on this. I still think if you're spending, you need to have advantage. Like, it's just part of it. Otherwise, people don't spend. But yeah, sorry for the ramble. Back to finishing off the video. That is just my thoughts. Once again, you guys feel free to disagree with me. I am just passionate about this game because I love AFK Arena. I've been hyped for this game forever. The launch couple months were amazing, but I just feel like we need to get back onto the happy side of the game as opposed to everything they do. It's like, even if they do a good thing, which is a hype character, it's like, yeah, but how do we get it? So I don't know. But once again, recapping the math, that is where I'm at. My account, basically 3 months in, I can get 8 copies of a Cell Hypo based on mathematics, is kind of where we're at. And once again, a lot of people will be a little bit below where I am, unless you get lucky on the Stargazer. But let's look at the math. Let's look at some of my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. I personally, I am still super hyped for TALENE because, like I said, I have been saving. So if I get a bit of luck on the Stargazer, like, we cooking. But I know a lot of people are not in my position because everyone went for Rainier, which is a pretty safe call, and people call me stupid for saving. But now I'm kind of excited. Even with TALENE shit, I'm probably going to go for as like maxed out anyway because she's cool. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.